Warriors Don't Cry. God's Warriors Don't Cry was told to our main character Melba moments before she had to face one of the hardest things in her life. Warriors Don't Cry, written by Melba Patillo Beals, hopefully I said that right, was published in 1994. Warriors Don't Cry is a true story about 9 black teens who grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. In 1957, a bill was passed to end segregation in schools in the southern states. Melba and 8 other students were signed up to be some of the first people to be integrated into a central high school, which was a fully white school in Arkansas. When the students got there, they were surrounded by the Arkansas National Guard, because the governor told them that, they knew this was going to be a very big deal because they got a lot of hate for it. So the governor wanted them to be there, and they were also surrounded by a massive mob of white students that were protesting. The first day did not go very well at all. So the governor actually ended up removing the National Guard in fear of the National Guard's safety. And when President D. Eisenhower found out about that, he ended up sending in the 101st Airborne Division, which is basically the Navy SEALs of today. They're the reason why we won World War II. They were the baddest of the bad. This ended up helping a little bit because each student got their own personal soldiers to walk around with them. And in one instance, a white student tried to throw acid into one of the black students' eyes, and the soldier protected them from that. But over the few days that the soldiers were there, the news press and all that it spiked up and it got really bad. So Eisenhower ended up removing the 101st Airborne Division and asked the governor to bring the National Guard back in, and that's what they ended up doing. And basically, with the National Guard there, it didn't help that much, so the students pretty much just suffered through the rest of the school year, but they did make it through, even though they were verbally attacked every day and physically attacked. Not much was done about it, just because they couldn't control everybody, and they didn't want to take the students out of the school because they wanted to be there. They wanted to prove themselves that they could make this change happen. Basically, the book kind of just brings you through a lot of the hardships that Melba and the other 8 students went through. And in the end, all the students graduated the high school. And the 2 that the book ends with is Link and Melba. And they were just talking about how after they graduated, what their life turned into. Melba ended up going to San Francisco University, where she married a white soldier, which Link was a little upset about because in the book it says that he remembers Melba in school talking about how she would never marry a white person after the experiences that she had at Central High School. So the theme that I got from this is to never give up, and no matter how hard times get. These kids were thrown scalding hot water on, attempted to blind them with acid, hit them physically, push them, cuss them out, call them, racist things, and they still showed up to school every day, even with their lives being threatened. I would recommend this book for a couple of different reasons. One of the reasons is it's a part of American history. Without Melba and those other 8 teens, we don't really know where we would be at in schools today. And another reason is just it's a really good book to read. So yeah, this is the book right here. It's in my car, otherwise I would have had it with me. Those are some of the students and 101st Airborne Division. That's Melba right there. And this is a super famous picture right here of I don't know if that's Melba or not. Anyways, getting screamed at and cussed out by a white student that was not happy that they were there.